You've been lying here for 3 hours. Your body is exhausted, but your mind refuses to let go. It's replaying a conversation from 6 years ago, a mistake you made, a word you should have said. And the worst part is this: the voice in your head says the exact same thing every single night. You missed something. You always miss something. You always have, every time. But during the day, nobody sees this. David functions perfectly. He works, he answers emails, he even smiles at exactly the right moments. But underneath that calm surface, his mind is running, planning, rehearsing, bracing for disasters that never actually come. He's tried everything: meditation apps, breathing exercises, endless advice to just think positive. None of it has ever worked. Because here's what nobody ever told David. His brain isn't broken. It's simply overprotecting him the only way it knows how. To understand why David can't stop thinking, we have to go back to a moment he's run from for 20 years. He was 12 years old. He made one mistake in front of everyone, and in that moment, he made himself a promise. "I will never be caught off guard again," he swore. "I will think through every possibility, every angle, every outcome." And he kept that promise. For 20 years, David never let himself be surprised again. But the shield became a cage. He prepared for rejection that never came, rehearsed arguments that never happened, and planned for failures that only ever existed in his mind. And then, for the very first time in years, David finally asks himself a question he's never dared ask. "What am I so afraid of?" he whispers. The first honest question he has asked himself in 20 years. And here's what's happening inside David's brain right now. His amygdala, the fear center, is stuck on high alert, treating every what-if like a real threat. So his cortex keeps over-planning, trying to protect him from dangers that only exist in his mind. Scientists call David's pattern rumination. It loops endlessly on what went wrong. But there's another path called reflection, and it actually moves forward. And then, sitting across from his mentor, David heard something that quietly rewired everything he thought he knew. "David," his mentor said, "your overthinking isn't a flaw, it's a superpower aimed in the wrong direction." Darwin overthought one book for 20 years. Curie reran every experiment until exhaustion. Da Vinci saw one detail too many. And David realizes, walking into the sunlight, that the goal was never to think less, only to think on purpose. He starts small. Before a spiral begins, he catches it and gives his mind one clear question instead of an open loop. Instead of asking what could go wrong, he now asks what matters most right now, and the spiral becomes a beam. He still overthinks, the engine still runs, but now, for the first time, it's actually driving him somewhere. If you've ever lain awake at 3 a.m. with a mind that won't stop, you already know exactly who this is for.
The voice that once asked, "What did you miss?" now asks him something entirely different, something gentler, kinder. "What did you learn?" the reflection asks softly now, no longer his enemy, but finally, quietly, his ally. 4 words, 3 seconds, but somehow it changes the entire direction of the engine running in his mind. A week later, David solves a problem his team had been stuck on for months. He saw the pattern hidden in the noise. They asked how he figured it out. He just smiled. How do you explain your greatest weakness became your sharpest tool? He still overthinks. The engine still runs, but now, standing here, he finally knows how to drive it. And somewhere in the quiet of his mind, the 12-year-old boy who made that promise finally rests. The clock that once read 3:17 a.m. now reads something different, not because the thoughts stopped, but because they found somewhere to go. If you've been called an overthinker your entire life, listen closely, because this might actually matter to you. Your mind was never broken. It was never too much. It was never something that needed to be silenced. It was simply a mind that refused to settle for easy answers, one that saw the depth others never noticed. And in a world that rewards shallow thinking, that depth was never your burden. It was always your superpower. Subscribe to MindMechanics, because the minds that think the most are always the ones that change the world. Send this to someone whose mind never stops. They've been waiting their whole life to hear this.